Magistrate Judge William Fitzpatrick is ordering a rare, very rare, disclosure of Trump-era grand jury materials to given to disgraced former FBI Director James Comey's legal defense team, potentially leading to the dismissal of his false statements and obstruction charges that he's currently facing. Looking to be very helpful is the magistrate judge. A separate federal judge paused this order for now, at least, and Judge Michael Nachmanoff said that he would rule on whether to allow the order to take effect after considering objections to it by the Justice Department. Now, the judge gave Trump's Department of Justice until Wednesday to file its objections in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia. James Comey, the disgraced former FBI director, Comey's defense team has until Friday to respond. Now, this is a big deal and a back and forth. And again, politics everywhere, right? The judges and politics and Comey. And here, let me give you this. This should help get your charges dismissed.
Yeah.
This is a corrupt city, Washington, D.C., I'm beginning to think.
These black-robed mafia, they are the biggest problem we face right now in this country because they are unelected, they're appointed for life. And I can't stand the whole blue slip thing in the Senate because some of these judges are Republicans. They were appointed by Trump, but they weren't the ones he wanted to put on there. But in a Democratic state, he had to pick one that the senators would approve. And so you get these kind of judges. Right. But overwhelmingly, they are Democrats. They are on a mission, and they could care less. They write the law. They interpret it. They do everything they want. And there's really nothing to stop them other than the higher courts. But it takes a while. But their whole goal now is very clear. It is to just stop Trump everywhere, every day, no matter how.
Yeah, that does seem to be what we're witnessing again and again. We see it in the courts. We see it in the Senate. We see that they're an obstructionist party.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because you see James Comey basically saying, oh, this is all politics, revenge. It's like, this is what the Dems did the whole entire time under the Biden DOJ and all these prosecutors and all these attorney generals in New York, in other places as well, to take down Donald Trump. In this case, we are raising the question of, did he lie under oath? I mean, and did he commit perjury? And also, he was so involved, James Comey was, in leaking details of these investigations to the media. Mm-hmm. Talk about the political corruption that came from James Comey as he served as FBI director, where he spent his whole time trying to undermine the president and undermine his administration, and on top of that, help President Obama and your favorite guy, John Brennan, of course.
John Penitentiary Face Brennan. I know you're no fan of Comey either, and Comey was a corruptnik, right? And now he's being handed documents like get out of jail free.
Well, it shouldn't be get out of jail free unless there's a problem there or there's some sort of malfeasance in those documents, in which case I believe his legal team should have the right to look at those documents. And I would say there are lots of ways that I think this is probably not going to go to trial. You know, the issue of Lindsay Halligan and her appointment. I think information and discovery, I think those are important legal protections for people who are facing trial. And I think he's due those documents.
We would all agree with that, except...
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, this is all about really just accountability, but we go back to that every single time. I think the American people are so sick of having these investigations, these trials, and nothing happening. And I think that's what needs to be said. You talked about Brennan. That's just one of those that, I can't believe something hasn't happened yet. He's constantly being talked about. Same with Comey, dark, shadowy figures. They call it the swamp for a reason. That's all I can say.
But should the president be able to direct, the DOJ to do investigations on people?
He's in charge of the executive branch.
I think that's really problematic. That's when you become Russia.
But more so.
Well, we did that 5 years ago.
More so. That law that should be thrown out as unconstitutional, that allows district court judges to usurp the executive branch and make an executive branch appointment on a U.S. attorney because the Senate doesn't take action, that should be thrown out.
Also, Obama used the IRS against Tea Party groups and patriot groups and targeted political enemies during the Obama administration, too.
Obama administration, Biden administration, and maybe we'll see it again and again and again.
Information. Truth is freedom. is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.